Hey man.
T. What's up, buddy?
What's up?
Let's go, man. Early morning. Let's get on this other deal. I'm gonna show you this loft. You're gonna love it. Downtown urban living, new style stuff. It's the way this deal was done is a little bit different, so you should enjoy it. Well, a lot of people are going through foreclosure, tough times right now. The economy, it's all we hear about. It's something real that we're faced with every day. It's a true fact, but that doesn't mean that you can't find a great deal that can fit your situation. And you're not going to be forced, and I really don't believe people are forced to go to apartments and that style of living, or even maybe downgrading too much from where they were. If you just ask, the right steps to take to get another property. When it comes to a market where you're seeing properties at $250 to $350 a square foot, you're talking $300,000 to get an average price range for downtown, urban style living. But you're equivalent to $1,700 to $2,500 payment a month on something like that. But a lot of people, it's tough times. What if you can't afford that? What if it's a little too difficult for your situation? What if you could get a property like that that's $300,000 or so for a fourth of that? We're talking $700 to $800. Now we're talking. So now you have a couple options just by asking to get that, and knowing what this market could bear. What if you could do like a little sandwich lease option, something a little bit more creative, and you option that out for $1,000, $1,200, $1,500 a month? You're still way below market. When we talk a little bit about adjustable rent methods and stuff you may hear a little bit later, well, you'll see this is a perfect example of how to get a lot of people to come after this deal, where you can sit back, even if you were in a bad situation, you found another deal, got someone into this one, and got an extra $200 to $800 a month just for asking. But this deal is a little bit different, but it goes to show you that you can do little deals like this no matter what. Like we say, 7 days to a deal. I mean, you can do this one in one day. All you gotta do is ask. It takes 10 minutes. But you do this 5 or 6 times, and there you go. There's no limit to how many of these you can do, which is another good thing about it, Todd, is you can only buy so many houses out there getting loans, right? You can only finance so many, guys. But what if we can get you to this where you can have unlimited potential of how many deals? Because there's people out there that have 30, 40, 50, 60, 100 houses. How do they do it? You're not just going to go out there today and get 100 loans. A bank would laugh at you, right? So let's think about some creative ways to where you can add inventory to your business and make money from it, and you decide which ones you want to keep over time and still make now money. In a property like this, Todd, you got a lot of things are included. When you're talking in the loft style living, the downtown, there's right in the heart of the big city, it's happening. I mean, things are around. You're getting everything included: internet, satellite, cable, all those stuff, water, and I mean, everything else is done. Plus, this building is the #1 green loft condominium complex in the state, which is awesome too. Green living is huge. So why did how did I get it? Just, ask. That's the biggest thing, when you're looking for something. It was a listed house too, MLS. And I was like, wow, it's a great house. I didn't think, I was like, well, let's see what they'll do. And here, prime example, they said, okay. And then what do? Some people would panic when they get an okay. I didn't. I was like, okay, great. This is a great deal. If I just want to stay here and have a second home in the same city, why not? It's that easy and that good of a deal for me just to keep and hold it myself. But instead, I can base it off the market of what it'll hold and cash flow and sit back and click. As you'll see in this one, several $100s a month right now for doing nothing for the next 24 months. And have an option fee, to collect on top of that. Plus, I'll make money when they exercise the option. Doesn't get any better than that. those options and having a team with you and knowing how to evaluate that deal, negotiate that deal like we talked about. Locate it, great, I did that. Evaluate it, it's what I did to come up with the numbers I thought were great. Negotiate it, that helps too in the evaluation. Put the contracts and paperwork together to make it happen and legal. Work on financing in this case, there is none. And then the last step's exit strategy. You know, my exit was to get someone else in there to do what? Exercise the option, exit it for me, so I don't need the banks and I can make money from it. So, very simple procedure. You know, the numbers, when you do it that way, Todd, it just sounds, I mean, unbelievable to some people, but this is real, guys, and that's why we do this. We want to show you what we're doing every day, because when you're in the business, you're in it. Well, an option to me is I have the option to do something. I have a choice. You know, I love the word option because I have choices to do something. A lot of times you don't have an option when you buy a house and get a 30-year mortgage. Your only option is pay the payment that's due every single month, right? You know, get comfortable in it, get comfortable in the payment arrangements that you make too, and you get acclimated to the area of where you're going to be doing the deal. You get acclimated to the payment and your lifestyle. You know, if you're going from, you know, country living to downtown, and that's like right here, and this is a prime example. Not everyone can live right in the heart of a downtown. If you look over here, you know, we're talking a morning festival, you know, farmers market, we're talking it's a block. This is a huge park that every week they do concert series. I mean, right here. Yeah, control. I mean, that's what this game's about too, Todd. Like in this deal here, it's control. You know, having the ability to make choices and giving control back into the buyer's hands. A lot of times the banks have had it forever, right? You know, even realtors and mortgage brokers, they had the control. I mean, when you go and you apply for your loan, they come back and say, hey, here's what you're going to pay. This is a newer thing. And one good thing about it is, you know, we talk about this all the time. And as you can see, it's a real deal. $750 a month when we can get close to $2,000 a month if we really wanted to push it and wait for someone. But guess what? I'll just sit back and take $1,400 a month. That's okay. I think that's good for me to do nothing and be able to get another option fee. I think that's an easy little cash flow situation. Most people have to do what? What's the normal price range someone would have to get a home for, Todd, to clear $700 cash flow a month? What? I mean, it used to be couple, you know, I mean, I'd have to buy a home that's worth $300,000-$400,000, you know what I mean? And get a good enough deal on it to be able to rent it. I mean, to make that type of money is a lot. Most people can only clear $700 or more a month off of multiple units. The average cash flow on homes was a couple $100 maybe, $200. But now we avoided that with no money. Zero
yeah. Out of pocket.
And got a deal just like this. And the only two utilities that are responsible for it, which is funny, and this is the power and the phone. Power and phone, Todd. That's the only two.
That's pretty amazing. So zero out of pocket. You're controlling a $300,000 asset for, well, you've got a year, and then the option to renew every year after that.
I've got a 12 or 24 month exercising on this option here, which, you know, you can't beat.
So what that means is if the price goes up to $350 between now and 2-3 years from now, you've got it locked in at $280.
Yeah, I'll have a spread, you know, even more money that I can exercise in. But, you know, the idea of this is to like the cash flow from it. You know, it's because the whole idea of doing a deal like this with no money, you still won't nail money. And so I think that if you think about it, $700 a month for 2 years, I mean, do the math. How much is
so
that?
you're really looking at the appreciation as a bonus.
Oh, this
is now money.
With the way the market is right now and the economy, who cares about tomorrow money? I would rather take $10,000 a day than $50,000 in a month, because I don't know what can happen in a month. Right now, if the cash flow is the whole idea behind this, because you think about the average person, how much are your bills, your utilities, all your extra expenses to a normal family can be $500, $600, $700 a month, right?
Right.
Doing one of these deals just like this one, Todd, you have alleviated a lot of bills that come into your life. If you were an investor and you did this deal, a lot of your bills are paid for. So how would you like it knowing that you live somewhere, you know, if you and your family, you never have to worry about paying your own DirecTV bill, your own power bill. Why? Because you got a little property that's bringing in $700 cash flow a month, and that's covering all that for you. So do the math. How many properties does it take to eliminate all of my bills every month? Doing something just like this. Now, do they all have to be $700? No, but it's costing you own money, and if you just know how to do these, let's imagine, say, I want to do one property to do what? I want to cash flow enough to pay my car payment. Would $700 pay a car payment? Yeah, that's paying a pretty darn nice car payment too. I know it would pay my Range Rover payment easy.
Right.
So, no matter what, you have the ability to do deals to help you get now money, because bills are now. There's no running from bills. They are coming, and so get something to help you with those things, alleviate your stress.
Chad, man, it's been a blast, dude.
This has been a great trip, Todd, to see what we're doing with even just a few hour flight away from each other. You know, we're still doing this every single day, man, practicing what we're preaching and showing people that we're taking these deals down, no matter what comes our way. That's the key, monetizing the deals. If you can monetize, then that's what's going to keep you successful in this business, and you're going to be around a long time. You're not going to be one of those property-rich, cash-poor investors, or one of those, vice versa. You'll have the tools to be able to stay in this business and keep it going.
Absolutely. Let's go make some now money.
Now money.